Hey, I'm going to talk about why it's so important that you get in touch with a lender well before you're actually looking at property. Hey everybody, my name is Hilary and I've been in real estate in the Raleigh area since 2005. Let's jump into what's so important. The first reason you need to talk with a lender is to allow time. You also, in addition to just giving the lender all of your information, you got to find all your taxes, and then the more information you give to your lender, the more questions they have. So there's just this documentation process. Figure out the financing part, dig up all those files, and then you'll know how much you can afford. The other mistake you want to avoid is looking at something you can't afford. You need to understand from the lender all of your options. They have a bunch of products. Are you putting 20% down, 10% down, 5% down? Which rate? Do you want ARM? Do you want fixed? They have a lot of things to choose from. Also, if you're buying a condo, that's very different than buying a regular house or a townhouse. All these things matter. Make sure that your lender knows what you're buying, because all of this needs to work together. Then you can actually start looking at things that you want to buy. So that should save you time by having a very specific target for target price and everything. The other piece in terms of why you want to start early is you don't want any risk of anything going wrong after you've gone under contract. Once you go under contract in North Carolina, there's an amount of money that you pay that's non-refundable to the seller. It's called a due diligence fee. If you haven't done your homework on the front end to make sure your ducks are in a row for financing and something comes up after you've gone under contract, that money's gone. Be organized, and that will make your home purchase process so much easier. And the last thing I'll talk about that you should talk about with your agent is cash flow. This really depends on what kind of property you're buying. For example, if you're buying in North Hills, let's say, this is in 2025, that's still a very popular area. Parts of Cary are on fire. So even though the market has slowed in other areas, we're still seeing multiple offers. So you might need some of your cash to go over asking price. So you're going to have your down payment if you're putting 20% down, but then you also offer 25 over, you might have to bring that extra 25 over in cash to closing. But there's a lot of cash considerations to think about as well. And you just want to know all of that up front, because once you find the house, your brain is starting to think about decorating and this room and that room, and do we need to renovate? It's just a lot of information, and give yourself time to process all of it. There's a lot of reasons why agents and lenders say to do these things, and I don't know that anybody really explains why. You want your agent to present you in the best light, and in order for them to do that, you have to give them all the tools, and that letter is a huge piece of your offer presentation. So be organized, listen to your realtor and your lender, get all your ducks in a row, and then start shopping for houses.